forums where people are saying, how could somebody that just came here, like in Chicago, for example, how are they getting a debit card with $9,310,000 on it?
13,000.
13,000. Like, how are they getting that? And they just come in here, but the residents are still in poverty. The residents are not getting debit cards. Like, these things are real and they're happening, and it's like people don't care. So now, that's small businesses, right? You know and I know everybody ain't a businessman.
Oh, yeah.
Business person. Okay, so it's cool. Like, there's an initiative to help people grow and scale their business, minorities and underserved people. Okay, fine, cool. You got it. But let's look at the bigger picture here. That is a small percentage. 43 people have been awarded these funds, at that point of when I was reading it on the whitehouse.gov. The fact that we're even reading these things is why we're doing this show, because if we don't read it, then we just talking shit. So, but we don't do that. Like, we're giving out information. So, but you know the sad part, and I think this is the part that's disheartening. Okay, we can read all day. We could give out the information, and amongst our peers, because I believe in the youth. I'm calling them youth, but they're fucking adults. They mid-20s, so I apologize. So for my young adults out there, I believe in you. We believe in you. Two Grumpy Men believes in you. So we're giving out this information to you because we know that y'all can push it forward, because I know that they're fed up. They fed up with hearing bullshit. They don't want to hear from the 60-year-old brainwashed person who is good, they're comfortable. They don't want to hear from the person who has no plans to make changes. They go on along to get along. They don't want to hear from you. They don't like you. That's just a fact. They need to hear from us and people like us that are, I'm not an entertainer. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not chastising you because you don't want to go along with a system. Like, you should, you need to consider alternatives. So for people to tell you that, oh, well, she's doing this, what's his plan? Look, I don't care too much about this part, I'm an entrepreneur, but I understand, like, the SBA, that's what they're there for. Small Business Administration, that's what they do. So you're going to tie it to her as if, oh, well, she pushed money there. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. But don't use that as a selling point to have a whole black men summit where you got all of these comfortable ass Negroes up there, and then who but they mad, fam, because we're the scapegoat if she doesn't win. Like, they're taking our position, but yet they want to vote for her anyway, right? But they want to be mad though. That was the hypocrisy of that whole shit. Like, y'all know that y'all gonna be the scapegoat because the narrative is black men are against Harris, and that's not true. That's simply not true.
That's true. Yeah.
But that's the narrative, and y'all having this whole summit talking about all of the things, like our voices are being heard and they want to hear from us. Man, there are about 1 million immigrants and counting coming to each of these cities. They don't care about what you have to say, but you will be the scapegoat, black man, because you don't like Harris. Or, I did bring this up. Well, actually, you brought it up. It was a funny-ass meme. Rachel Dolezal, like, she said she was black. She changed her hair, all that shit, ran the NAACP, taught at Howard. Like, she got cornrows and all of that. Her family came out. They white. They Caucasian. They have no black ancestry. Same as Kamala. She has no black ancestry. Her father is a Hindu Irishman who lived in India, and his father was a Hindu Irish who lived in Jamaica and owned slaves. They said they don't have no black ancestry. So you're making this. So they made it about race. She said, because throughout her whole career, she was the first Indian this, first Indian that,
First Asian,
first Asian Indian this and that. So now she's black. So the Greeks are holding on to, oh, well, she pledged. Then the HBCU, oh, she went to Howard. Oh, she's an AKA. So you got the men, the women, you all galvanizing, and I'm keeping it a buck, because in reality, growing up, being a god, right? 5% nation, breaking off from Islam, from the nation of Islam and all of that. I think they call us a splinter group, whatever. Listen, we Fard Muhammad, whatever. We got our knowledge, right? So if we looking at things for what they are, we don't really rock with Greek because y'all doing as Rome do. In theory, and like when you really think about it, like y'all the Greeks, y'all following that philosophy, y'all about that shit. Because if you that's a whole episode in itself. But the Greeks, the 5% are knowledge seekers and teachers. So they're not. I'm talking about the principle of it. We're not gonna go out there. We ain't rocking with the Greeks. We're not gonna rock with Zulu Nation and things of that nation. And so when you look at the Zulu Nation, like, there's a lot of rampant pedophilia in that shit. It is what it is. Like, historically, you could just look at it and you see it. Now the Greeks, I'm not talking about the fraternities. I'm talking about Greek culture. Is you see a lot of their statues. You see, adults with kids and shit. That's fucking pedophilia. That it's in your face, but you ignore all of that because we are brotherhood. We're the Black Greeks. We're the Divine Nine. Like, y'all all study the same shit. When you start getting theoretical, the concepts, I understand every organization has its own principles. That's different. That's different. I'm talking about what it's rooted in. Greek organization. They call you a Greek organization. That is different from an African organization, culture-wise. So, we got pushed with all of this, and I'm watching these guys on, I stomached about 15, 20 minutes because I'm really sitting there. I'm trying to be, I gave it 15 minutes because I had to be objective, fam. Like, I'm not going to bash these guys.
I did watch it. I watched it for about 20, 30 minutes or something like that.
So you gave it. You gave it a half.
Because I was trying to get an understanding of what, I mean, first of all, you guys.
I watched it alone, too.
Me
My
too.
wife did not watch it with me because, she just couldn't. I'm glad that she was. When I turned it on, I'm glad that she wasn't there because it would have been a different feel. I needed to zone in and be like, let me hear what these dudes are talking about. But they took the position of they don't want to be blamed. And they know that they're the scapegoat, and they're angry about that. So they were on there basically like, we support her. We know what she's doing. But this is what our concerns are. And then, as the moderator, D.L. Hughley is on some, well, this is what she's done, and da-da-da, and,
I mean,
we know where the
that's
scapegoat.
what I'm saying. But this is, again.
An entertainer.
Another entertainer. A bunch of entertainers.
That hate Trump.
There was a bunch of entertainers, Michael Ealy, him, a couple of them.
I guess he was representing hip hop, I guess.
And all these, and all these people. And again, you're talking. You don't speak for the people who don't have. Let's be clear. You don't speak for them. You don't. You. When the last time you've been in touch with them? Those are the questions, right?
4 years ago.
So again, you come on here with this cute show on BET, which is not a black network anymore, which is owned by a white establishment. And you guys, that's
previously owned by Asians, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So again, it's very hard to to me, if you're going to do that type of show, you give it everything. You listen to everybody's views. You bring on people that don't agree with your views.
They can't do that.
And you can see why they don't agree, and y'all can discuss this. and have a
Hmm.
discussion amongst black men who are on one side and black men on another side, and come together and have that discussion and maybe come to an agreement or an alliance to say, okay, what is and how we can use this. But you don't wait like the last hour before, the week before an election, and then
Yeah,
want to do that
well, with a week left,
with a
exactly.
week left. Like, that's bullshit. So that's Hollywood shit. That's the
It was
type of
definitely
shit they do.
Hollywood.
It was a
Yeah,
promotion. Like, you ain't have, you know, people was in there telling their stories, and I mean, it wasn't. You listening to it and you like how we do. We look at
yeah,
shit in a different lens. So when you're looking at it in a lens what we doing, it's like, okay, this is a production. This ain't really about nothing. It's a production.
I
It's some,
definitely
it's
viewed it
something.
that way.
It's